Hey there, you're watching Book Demystified, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're diving into The Confidence Code by Katty and Claire Shipman. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. Picture this, you're sitting in a meeting, and someone asks for volunteers to lead a new project. Your male colleague immediately raises his hand, even though you know you're more qualified. Sound familiar? If you're nodding right now, you're not alone. Millions of Americans, especially women, struggle with this exact scenario every single day. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Confidence isn't some magical trait you're born with or without. It's actually a skill you can build. And Kay and Shipman have cracked the code on exactly how to do it. These two powerhouse journalists spent years interviewing everyone from Navy SEALs to neuroscientists, and what they discovered will completely change how you think about confidence. They found that confidence and competence are two completely different things. You can be incredibly skilled at your job, but if you lack confidence, you'll still hold yourself back. Think about it like this. Competence is having a Ferrari in your garage, but confidence is actually getting behind the wheel and driving it. Too many of us have been polishing that Ferrari our whole lives, waiting until we feel ready enough to take it for a spin. Kay and Shipman discovered something incredible through their research. Confident people aren't necessarily more talented or smarter. They just have a different relationship with failure and risk. While most of us see failure as proof that we're not good enough, confident people see it as data. They fail fast, learn quick, and move on. It's like the difference between someone who's afraid of the ocean because they might drown versus someone who knows that if they fall off the surfboard, they'll just get back on. The authors dive deep into the neuroscience of confidence, and this is where it gets really interesting. They found that our brains are literally wired differently when it comes to confidence. The amygdala, that little almond-shaped part of your brain responsible for fear, tends to be more active in people who struggle with confidence. But here's the kicker. You can actually rewire this through practice. Every time you take action despite feeling scared, you're literally building new neural pathways. One of the most eye-opening parts of the book is when they explore the confidence gap between men and women. The statistics are staggering. Men will apply for a job when they meet only 60% of the qualifications, while women typically won't apply until they meet 100%. It's like men are playing poker with a pair of twos, betting big and winning, while women are waiting for a royal flush before they even sit down at the table. Hey, if you're enjoying this and love free book summaries that respect your time and brain, there are a few simple ways to support us. You can hit that subscribe button, become a channel member, or grab the book via our link in the description. If you want to go a step further, you can also send a small tip via thanks button available on the video. Every little help allows us to create authentic and useful content just for you. The authors break down confidence into what they call the confidence equation. Confidence equals competence plus taking action. But here's what most people miss. You don't need to feel confident to act confidently. It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't master the feeling of balance first and then hop on. You get on the wobbly bike, fall a few times, and eventually your body figures it out. One of the most powerful concepts in the book is what they call confidence quicksand. This is when we get trapped in overthinking, perfectionism, and people-pleasing. Instead of taking action, we get stuck analyzing every possible outcome. It's like standing at the edge of a swimming pool, testing the water temperature with your toe for an hour instead of just jumping in. The authors argue that this overthinking is confidence's biggest enemy. Kay and Shipman also tackle the confidence killers that plague so many Americans today. Social media comparison, imposter syndrome, and the pressure to have it all figured out. They point out that confidence isn't about eliminating self-doubt. It's about acting despite it. Think of confidence like a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it, even when it's shaking. The book offers some incredibly practical strategies that anyone can implement. They talk about the power of power posing, literally standing like a superhero for 2 minutes before a big meeting. Sounds silly, but the research shows it actually changes your hormone levels, decreasing cortisol and increasing testosterone. It's like giving yourself a chemical confidence boost. Another game-changing concept in the book is what they call failing fast and cheap. Instead of spending months perfecting something, confident people test ideas quickly and adjust based on results. It's the difference between spending a year writing the perfect business plan versus launching a small version of your idea next week and seeing what happens. The authors also explore how different cultures view confidence, and this really hits home for Americans. In the U.S., we're taught that confidence should look a certain way, loud, brash, always having the right answer. But true confidence, they argue, can be quiet and steady. It's not about being the loudest person in the room, it's about knowing your worth and acting on it. One of the most inspiring parts of the book is when they profile women who've mastered confidence in different fields. From CEOs to athletes to everyday moms, they all share one thing. They've learned to separate their self-worth from their performance. They understand that confidence isn't a feeling you wait for, it's a choice you make. The research they present about genetics versus environment is fascinating too. While some people might have a slight genetic predisposition toward confidence, the vast majority of it comes from how we think and act. This means that shy kid in high school could grow up to be the most confident person in the boardroom, simply by practicing different behaviors. As we wrap up, here's what Kay and Shipman want you to remember. Confidence isn't about eliminating fear or doubt. It's about dancing with them. Every confident person you admire has felt scared, uncertain, and unprepared at some point. The difference is they acted anyway. They understood that waiting to feel confident is like waiting for the weather to be perfect before you live your life. The most beautiful thing about confidence is that it's democratic. Anyone can develop it. You don't need a certain background, education, or natural talent. You just need to start taking small actions toward what you want, even when your heart is pounding and your inner critic is screaming. Because here's the secret that Kay and Shipman discovered. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And that, my friends, is a superpower we can all develop.